Hey everybody, Dr. Sean Talbot here for our weekly check-in with the research group that's doing the research study for the probiotic for weight loss. Hopefully it's going great for everybody. Let us know if you're having any challenges that we can help you out with. But I wanted to give a little topic today, and the timing is perfect. So I'm outside. I'm on my deck. I just got back from a run. So make sure that you're doing your physical activity. Make sure you're doing it outside if you can, because there's really good research to show not only is physical activity good, not only is exposure to the outdoors good, but when you can combine them and do your workouts outside, that's even better. It's better for your mood. It's better for your metabolism. It's better for your microbiome, all these wonderful things that we're talking about. And so what I wanted to share with you today, I just answered a question for a journalist at Parade Magazine, right? So one of the big high circulation magazines. You see that in your Sunday paper a lot of times for people who actually get a printed paper these days. So when I find out when this article is going to come out, I'll let you guys all know. But the question that she was asking was, is there one food that you recommend to everybody as a nutritionist to help them with weight loss or help them maintain their weight? And there is actually, and it's a food that I eat almost every single day. It's a food that we recommend or that we serve here at our bed and breakfast in Massachusetts to every single guest, every single breakfast, and it's on the table every single time that we're here, and that is plain whole milk Greek yogurt. And here's why that's so good. So let's unpack that a little bit, right? So it's yogurt. Everybody knows yogurt's good for them. Everybody knows that yogurt is good for your gut. But why is that? Well, yogurt is fermented milk. That fermented milk, as the milk goes through that fermentation process, it creates all these wonderful natural compounds, oligosaccharides and polyphenols and short chain fatty acids, all these compounds that can support the microbiome and importantly support overall gut health and especially gut integrity. Gut integrity is something that we're actually hoping that this probiotic that some of you are taking, some of you are on the probiotic, some of you are on the placebo, we don't know which, but the probiotic should help to improve gut integrity. And that means that you're reducing something that's called leaky gut. If you have leaky gut, that can lead to inflammation in the body, and that inflammation can interfere with insulin, can interfere with your blood sugar balance, that can lead to hunger and cravings, and it can basically block your ability to lose weight. So if we can solve the leaky gut problem, a lot of times that can encourage somebody to lose weight. It can make their diet and exercise regimen sort of gain traction if we're getting rid of that leaky gut problem. The leaky gut ends up being sort of a monkey wrench in the whole thing. And so this probiotic strain that we're looking at might have an effect there. Yogurt can also have an effect there, but not just any yogurt. Why do I recommend Greek yogurt? I recommend Greek yogurt because this type of yogurt is about double the protein content compared to normal yogurt. And the reason for that is that if you've ever looked at the two types of yogurt side by side, regular yogurt is a little more watery. Greek yogurt is a little more concentrated and firm. And it's that concentration. By taking out some of the water, you concentrate the rest of it, the casein and the whey, you concentrate that, and you have a higher protein content per spoonful, so to speak, right? So you're getting more protein in your diet, and that extra protein helps to control hunger, helps to control blood sugar, helps to with your muscle mass, and all of that, by maintaining your muscle mass, can help with your overall body composition as you're losing fat. So the whole idea with what we're trying to do is lose fat while we keep the muscle, or lose fat while we gain the muscle, right? We don't necessarily care about weight per se. We want you to change your overall body composition, and having adequate protein intake is one of the great ways to do that. The other piece of that is that sometimes it's said that North Americans, get plenty of protein, and we don't need any more protein in our diets. That's somewhat true, but what is definitely also true is that our protein intake throughout the day is very unbalanced. Protein intake is typically heavily loaded at dinner time, right? That's when people are having their biggest meal. That's when you're having a piece of meat like a steak or a chicken breast or a piece of fish or something like that. A lot of times breakfast or lunch is low protein, right? A lot of times people are grabbing a bagel, or they're grabbing a nothing, or a cup of coffee, or a muffin or something like that, and that's a low protein scenario. So by having yogurt in the morning, it's a way to get a protein dose early in the day, and then having that sort of cadence of protein coming into the body at different eating occasions is a really, really important thing. We talk a little bit about that when we talk about the Helping Hand program and things like that. So moving on. So we talked about yogurt, we talked about Greek. Why whole milk? Why are we using full fat yogurt and not fat free or reduced fat? Well, it's because that extra fat that you have can also maintain blood sugar. It can also help with appetite control, much better than the non-fat and the reduced fat versions. But also part of that fat, when you have a full fat version, is a type of fat called CLA, conjugated linoleic acid. And that is known to help speed up fat burning and overall metabolism. So much so that sometimes we'll give people supplements of CLA to help them with weight loss. Um, it, when you do that, you have to give several grams of it, 3 grams or so, which is 3 very large soft gels typically when we do those sorts of trials. But if you're having a little dose of it in your in your whole milk, full fat yogurt every morning, then that's a way to get that little dose of CLA in there and to sort of fire your metabolism. And then the last piece of this is that you want it to be plain. So remember I said plain whole milk Greek yogurt. So we talked about the yogurt piece, we talked about the Greek piece, we talked about the whole milk piece. This plain part is a really important consideration. So many yogurts are just packed with sugar. Some of them have 30 or 40 grams of sugar, which is as much as you're going to see in a full sugar soda. So we absolutely do not want to be doing that. Even the yogurts that will say, fruit filled or fruit on the bottom or raspberry yogurt or something like that. If you flip it around, you look at the nutrition facts panel and you look at the added sugars, you're going to see 20 or 30 grams of added sugar, and then the entire is going to be 30 or 40 total sugars because milk naturally has some sugar, lactose. So you don't want to do that. If you use plain that is unsweetened, you're not going to see zero sugar on there. You're going to see the lactose. So you might see 9 grams or something like that. But that's natural milk sugar that your body's actually going to metabolize just fine, especially in the context of all that protein and all that fat. So that's going to be a really good thing. But to make it taste good, you can decide what to add. You can add berries, you can add granola or jam, or here when we're serving plain Greek yogurt, we'll have out blueberries and raspberries and blackberries and strawberries and homemade granola, and then on the side we'll have some cinnamon and we'll have some honey and some maple syrup, and you can make up whatever you're feeling. You have a little bit of sweet, you have a little bit of crunchy, you have a little bit juicy, really whatever you're feeling there. So you can sweeten it up to your own level. And I'll guarantee you this, you will not put in as much grams of sugar as one of those store-bought sweetened yogurts, okay? So get your yogurt, get your Greek yogurt, get your whole milk Greek yogurt, get your plain whole milk Greek yogurt, and try to have that as your morning breakfast. I find that I've been doing this for so long that I crave it. Like my body, my microbiome is calling out to my brain and my head saying, "Hey, we're hungry down here." And my brain interprets that as, a bowl of yogurt would taste really good right now. Okay, so check that out, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next week with the next tip. Okay.